In this video, we're going to talk about Spider-Man Far From Home and the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse. And whether or not you're a Marvel fan, here is all the science you need on parallel universes. Okay, so if you've seen Spider-Man Far From Home, you must have noticed a new character, Mysterio, who claims to be coming from a parallel universe.
There are multiple realities, Peter. This is Earth, dimension 616. I'm from Earth 833. We share identical physical constants, level 4 symmetry.
Although you may not understand what exactly he's saying since Marvel is getting more and more scientific in their movies, it is important to first understand that a multiverse is not the same as a parallel universe. In general, the multiverse theory refers to the notion that our universe is not the only one, and there are many universes that exist in parallel to ours. We call them parallel universes or alternate realities. And because there are so many small universes that we can't even count, we simply call the biggest universe that contains everything the multiverse. According to MIT professor Max Tegmark, there are actually 4 levels of multiverse, each with different features and theories. And today we're going to break them down one by one using examples in the MCU. Level 1. Beyond the horizon. The level 1 multiverse is basically the theory that there is something beyond our observable universe, the universe we humans have so far been able to see. So depending on where you are in the bigger universe, it is perfectly fine to have different observable universes coexisting at the same time. Say if Titan was located beyond our observable universe, Thanos would then see a completely different universe that we could not see. Given infinite space in a bigger universe where all particles' configurations can repeat themselves, it is therefore possible to have at least one, if not many, parallel universes, same as ours. These parallel universes share the same laws of physics, or so-called identical physical constants, which means whatever science applies to us, applies to them as well. Level 2. Bubble universes. So far, we've been talking about parallel universes that remain undetected and disconnected from us simply because they're too far away. And here comes level 2, which is basically the same idea, but this time with bubbles of universes having different physical constants. Although fundamental equations, say for gravity, remains the same, simply by changing the physical constant, we can completely change the laws of physics, resulting in completely different parallel universes. These universes can not only have different particles, but also different dimensions, which means while we're here living in a 3-dimensional world, there can be people out there living in a 2-dimensional or 4-dimensional space. The perfect example would be characters from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, where we have the black and white Peter Parker, Anim's now Penny Parker, and the animal-like Peter Parker. In a level 2 parallel universe, whatever science you think you know, none of them matters. Level 3. The many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics. If you've watched my previous video on Avengers Endgame, you must have already heard of this theory. Unlike level 1 and 2 where parallel universes are physically far away, level 3 have parallel universes that are right on top of each other, physically occupying the same space. As the theory goes, whenever there's an action or decision, the universe will create a parallel universe where the opposite action or decision is made. For example, when Thanos snapped his fingers in the Infinity War, he actually created a parallel universe where the opposite occurred, an alternate reality where he did not snap his fingers and the blip did not happen. In Avengers Endgame, that is exactly the theory brought up by the Asian One, when Bruce Banner wanted to borrow the Time Stone from her. If she allowed the Infinity Stone to be taken away, the universe would then split into 2, one with the Time Stone and one without. Since there can be infinite possibilities and infinite splits, this theory can become very complex, but believe it or not, there is some hardcore science to back it up. Level 4. Mathematical universes. The level 4 mathematical multiverse is a very abstract idea and basically the end of the road. There is no level 5. So the idea is, every law of physics, be it gravity, relativity, or quantum mechanics, it can be represented by a mathematical structure that we humans define to describe the universe that we see. But when we come to think about it, it doesn't actually have to be that way. there can be other equations or other mathematical structures that describes other universes. For example, a universe where multiplication doesn't even exist. If you don't fully understand what I mean, no problem, because the key is that no one can possibly come from a level 4 parallel universe. At least not this guy. So if not level 4, where can Mysterio possibly come from, if he was actually from a parallel universe? Well, definitely not level 2, which have different physical constants, so level 1 is the most likely. But given the depiction of time travel in Avengers Endgame, I'd say Marvel is tending towards a level 3 multiverse, which is the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics. But no matter which type of multiverse Marvel is going for, I just hope that they remain scientifically accurate and, most importantly, consistent. Or else we as the audience gonna end up more confused than ever, like when we were watching the X-Men series. Anyways, that's all for today. If you'd like to know more about the X-Men or Avengers Endgame, make sure you check out my other videos right here and subscribe for more.